Hey everyone, welcome back in for my reaction to The Hobbit and Unexpected Journey. I have to say that I am actually really excited going into these ones, and it's not because I think that it's going to be like Lord of the Rings. I already know and have heard it so many times through everyone that I should really lower my expectations with this one, but I think I'm excited because we're hopping into the same world. And that's honestly enough for me to be excited because I really consider myself a true fan of The Lord of the Rings now. No expectations, no nothing going into it, just sitting down, enjoying being in Middle Earth at whatever capacity that means with my favorite tea. So I hope you guys are just as excited as I am.
Everything there was to know about my adventures. I may not have told you all of
The sword he gives Frodo.
I'm not the same hobbit I once was.
Is that him when he was young?
It is time for you to know. It began long ago, in a land far away to the east, you will not find in the world today. There was the city of Dale, peaceful and prosperous. For this city lay before the doors of the greatest kingdom in Middle-earth, Erebor. Stronghold of Thror, mightiest of the dwarf lords. Built deep within the mountain itself, the beauty of this fortress city was legend. In precious gems hewn from rock, running like rivers through stone.
Wow. It's so cool to see an actual dwarf mine in working order.
Fashioning objects of great beauty out of diamond, emerald, ruby, and sapphire. Down into the dark, and that is where they found it. The heart of the mountain, the Arkenstone. Thror named it the King's Jewel, a sign that his right to rule was divine. All would pay homage to him. Peace and plenty were not to last, and the watchful nights closed in.
Oh my goodness, look at all of that.
Love of gold had grown too fierce, a sickness. It was a sickness of the mind, and where sickness thrives, bad things will follow.
For sure. Do you think maybe it was the Arkenstone?
It was a noise like a hurricane coming down, creaked and cracked in the hot, dry wind.
Sound the alarm.
What is it?
Dragon.
Oh.
Dragon!
He was a fire drake from the north. Smaug had come.
Smog. Because of the gold or because of the Arkenstone?
Such wanton death was dealt that day. City of men was nothing to Smaug, was set on another prize. For dragons covered gold with a dark and fierce desire.
So it was the gold that drew him in. Oh no, the stone. He's just rolling around in the gold.
Erebor was lost, for a dragon will guard his plunder.
Oh, the elves.
Help us!
They're not helping.
No help came from the elves that day, nor any day since.
The beginning of their huge quarrel.
The dwarves of Erebor wandered the wilderness. The young dwarf prince took work where he could find it. But always he remembered what he had seen, dragon fire in the sky. And he never forgave, and he never forgot.
Wow. Beautiful intro, though, with Bilbo narrating all of that.
For quite by chance, I would become part of this tale. Well, it began as you might expect, in a hole in the ground. And that means at all the comforts of home.
Oh, I don't know why I just got like full body tingles when I saw Frodo. Young Frodo. I'm still not over it. The King. I'm still not over the last movie. Clearly. I haven't been able to rewatch it yet either. Kind of wrecked me a bit. In a good way. In a good way.
Thank you.
What's this?
Keep your sticky paws off. It's not ready yet.
Not ready for what?
Reading.
Sounds like a writer.
What on earth are these?
Replies to the party invitation.
Is it today?
We're demanding you ask them in person.
Oh, my dead body.
They seem to think you have tunnels overflowing with gold.
It was one small chest, hardly overflowing.
What on earth are you doing?
Hiding all of his loot.
Taking precautions. Lobelia, Sackville, she had all my spoons stuffed in her pocket. Dreadful woman. Make sure you keep an eye on her after I'm...
When you're... what?
It's nothing.
Some people are beginning to wonder about you, Uncle. Unsociable.
Nonsense. Be a good lad and put that on the gate.
So he has the ring already.
You think he'll come, Gandalf?
He'll give us quite a show. You'll see.
East Farthing Woods. I'm going to surprise him.
You don't want to be late.
Does he have the ring? I'm not actually sure.
He doesn't approve of being late. Not that I ever was. In those days, I was always on time. I was entirely respectable, and nothing unexpected ever happened.
A smoke ring. An unexpected journey. Is that younger Bilbo? 60 years earlier.
Good morning.
What do you mean? You mean that it is a good morning whether I want it or not? Or are you simply stating that this is a morning to be good on?
All of them at once, I suppose.
I'm looking for someone to share in an adventure.
An adventure? No, I don't imagine anyone west of Bree would have much interest in adventures. Uncomfortable things. Make you late for dinner. I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm Gandalf, and Gandalf means me.
Wizard who made such excellent fireworks. Oh, too. No idea you were still in business.
Where else should I be?
Just known for his fireworks.
Do you remember something about me? Even if it's only my father. It'll be very good for you.
We do not want any adventures here. Just you try over the hill or across the water. Good morning.
Good morning, Tim, again. So he wasn't always adventurous. It's because Gandalf brought it out in him. I love that. What is that, Mark? Oh my god, that was so scary. What the heck? Walks away humming. Okay. He marked his door with something magical. A magical symbol. Drinking on a midnight stroll. Ooh, look at that jar of honey. I need that.
Dwalin, at your service.
Do we know each other?
No. Is it down here?
Is what down where?
Supper.
Who said?
So, it's like a mark to get the adventurers there? Oh, his dinner.
Very goodness. Any more?
Yes. Help yourself.
That'll be the door.
More company.
Balin, at your service.
Good evening.
Though I think it might rain later.
Oh, the cookie jar. His pantry is chocked full.
Feely. And Keely. At your service.
No, you can't come in. You come to the wrong house.
Mr. Boggins.
What? Has it been cancelled?
No, nothing's been cancelled.
That's a relief.
He should have said yes.
Where do you want this?
No, there's nobody home! Bother somebody else! There's far too many dwarves in my dining room as it is. Lothead's idea of a joke!
Oh my gosh. Is that the rest of them?
Excuse me!
Oh, his pantry. Ooh, beets. I love beets. I know some people hate them. Oh, look at all that cheese.
Cheese knife. He eats it by the block.
Who's Jeff? No, so is that. Take it back, please.
Gandalf setting the table. That's nice. Is that the late dwarf?
He is here. Gandalf.
The king's son, right?
I lost my way twice. Tall had it not been for that mark on the door.
To introduce the leader of our company, Sorin Oakenshield.
This is the Hobbit. Axe or sword? What's your weapon of choice?
Why, that's relevant.
He looks more like a grocer than a burglar.
A burglar. Are they robbing someone?
What do the dwarves of the Iron Hills say? Is Dane with us?
They will not come. They say this quest is ours.
You're going on a quest?
Let us have a little more light. Far to the east lies a single solitary peak.
The Lonely Mountain.
And the portents say it is time.
The reign of the beast will end.
So that's what they're gonna do.
Well, that would be a reference to Smaug the Terrible.
Airborne fire breather. Extremely fond of precious metals.
Yes, I know what a dragon is.
Taste of the dwarfish iron right up his jacks.
His what?
Well, we number just 13. Our brightest.
Offended.
I wouldn't
How
say...
many then? Well, how many dragons have you killed?
Is that none?
Read these signs. Do you not think others will have read them too? The dragon Smaug has not been seen for 60 years. Eyes look east to the mountain, assessing, weighing the risk. Perhaps the vast wealth of our people now lies unprotected, while others claim what is rightfully ours.
There is no way into the mountain.
It is not entirely true. It was given to me by your father for safekeeping.
If there is a key, there must be a door.
Speak of a hidden passage to the lower halls. The dwarf doors are invisible when closed. The task I have in mind will require a great deal of stealth, but if we are careful, I believe that it can be done.
That's why we need a burglar.
Good one, too.
And are you?
He said he's an expert.
Gandalf said that?
No. I'm not a burglar.
Afraid I have to agree with Mr. Baggins.
Well, there's no place for gentle folk who can neither fight nor fend for themselves.
Burglar and a burglar he is. Hobbits are remarkably light on their feet. He's accustomed to the smell of dwarf. The scent of a hobbit is all but unknown to him, which gives us a distinct advantage.
Oh.
There's a lot more to him than appearances suggest. And he's got
So
a great
is the
deal more to
Hobbit.
offer than any of you know, including himself. You must trust me on this.
Very well.
No.
Give him the contract.
Warren?
Bilbo has no say in this at all.
Funeral arrangements, so forth.
Funeral arrangements?
Oh my gosh.
I cannot guarantee his safety, nor will I be responsible for his fate.
Agreed.
I'm sure it dives deeper into it in the book, The Hobbit, but it seemed like Gandalf knows more about where Bilbo came from, like his ancestry, and that's what made him choose Bilbo. Interesting. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's where that initial conversation outside when he was smoking and saying good morning, I feel like that's what that was.
I melt the flesh off your bones in the blink of an eye.
You're right, laddie.
Yeah,
Just a slight panic attack.
feel a bit faint.
Think furnace with wings.
Yeah, I need air.
Puff! You're nothing more than a pile of ash.
Not helping. Oh,
Let me sit quietly for a moment.
The world is not in your books and that. It's out there.
I can't just go running off.
the window that like Sam's sitting outside of when they're planning their trip. I love it. I feel like there's so many like small callbacks like that.
You'll have a tale or two to tell of your own when you come back.
Can you promise that I will come back?
No. And if you do, you will not be the same.
That's what I thought. Gandalf, I can't sign this. You've got the wrong Hobbit.
That's the best part about traveling. You get to find out parts of yourself that you didn't know were there and come back as a new person.
After all, what are we? Merchants, miners, hardly the stuff of legend.
There are a few warriors amongst us.
Old warriors.
For when I called upon them, they answered. A willing heart. I can ask no more than that.
You don't have to do this. You've done honorably. You have built a new life for us in the Blue Mountains. A life of peace and plenty.
From my grandfather to my father, this has come to me. They dreamt of the day when the dwarves of Erebor would reclaim their homeland. There is no choice, Balin. Not for me.
And we are with you, laddie. We will see it done.
Yeah, the true home. It seems very important to try to reclaim it. I love this deep dive into the dwarves. I've been enjoying it a lot. Because yes, we got to see a lot of Gimli, but unless you read the books, I feel like you don't really get to understand the dwarves. Are they gone?
Hello?
They are gone. Maybe giving him space to be like, okay, I want to go. I like how it says burglar. I love how in Bilbo's home, on like the ledges, there were pine cones and little rocks placed. It reminds me of me when I was little. I was a huge rock collector. I was the kid that came home full of rocks and would like place them around my room. And I love the hobbits. I feel like I have so many hobbit-like qualities. Oh, they left without him.
Wait!
Look at him with the contract waving in the wind.
I signed it.
Welcome, Master Baggins.
Give him a pony.
No, that won't keep up on foot. I've done my fair share of that as far as Frogmorton once.
That huge kettle that he packed. Is that what he was carrying? It kind of looks like a backpack, but it's just a big old kettle. Or is that what that's called? Like a stew pot?
Most of them bet that you wouldn't.
What did you think?
My dear fella.
He bet on him.
Having a reaction. Stop! We have to turn around. I've forgotten my handkerchief. Use this.
Move on.
Home is now behind you. The world is ahead.
This makes me want to go on an adventure. I haven't traveled in a while. Oh, that's not true. I went to Chicago, but it's not the same. I want to go to like Ireland. Oh, geez. I would not be able to sleep either. I'm a super late sleeper.
Hello, girl. There's our little secret Myrtle.
Myrtle?
What was that?
Orcs. There'll be dozens of them out there. They strike in the wee small hours when everyone's asleep. Quick and quiet, no screams. Just lots of blood.
You think that's funny? You think a night raid by orcs is a joke? You know nothing of the world.
Don't mind him, laddie. Thorin has more cause than most to hate orcs. After the dragon took the Lonely Mountain, King Thror tried to reclaim the ancient dwarf kingdom of Moria. But our enemy had got there first.
He fought at Moria?
Moria had been taken by the most vile Azog.
Oh my gosh.
Gundabad Orc, to wipe out the line of Durin. He began by beheading the king.
So that's what happened to his father. I was wondering if he was still alive. I assumed he wasn't.
Was driven mad by grief, taken prisoner or killed. We were leaderless, and death were upon us. That is when I saw him. A young dwarf prince. He stood alone. Armor rent.
Is that why his last name is?
Learned that day that the line of Durin be so easily broken. And drove the orcs back. Our enemy had been defeated, but there was no feast for our dead beyond the count of grief.
Jeez.
And I thought to myself, then is one who I could follow, I could call king.
And the Pale Orc?
He slunk back into the hole whence he came. Died of his wounds long ago.
Why did Gandalf look like that? Is that not true? Did he not die of his wounds? That seemed very cryptic. What is that? Oh, orcs. Maybe the captain is the pale one. Oh boy.
It's the weather of the world. You should find yourself another wizard.
Other wizards?
There are 5 of us. Our order is Saruman. Then there are the 2 blue wizards. I've quite forgotten their names.
And who is the 5th?
Radagast, the Proud.
Is he a great wizard, or is he more like you?
I think he's a very great wizard who prefers the company of animals to others. He keeps a watchful eye over the vast forest lands to the east.
Radagast. Is that him? Radagast sounds like some sort of Pokemon.
Not good at all.
What's on the side of his face? Is it the mushrooms? Oh, it was killing the animals. Oh,
Sebastian.
Oh, he has a name. I love that there's a wizard that takes care of nature. Look at his house. Oh, please don't die.
Move back, give him some air, for goodness sake.
My goodness, he's doing all of the remedies.
It's not as if it's witchcraft. Witchcraft, and it is a dark magic.
From who? No, stop. No, is that a spider? No. Oh, there's multiple. No. Oh God, not again. Is he gonna die? No, I can't. No. I hate this so much. Oh, is he taking the evil out of him? This is so... Oh, he's okay. Okay. Now get out of the house. Just torch the whole thing. Just burn it to the ground. No. Oh, good. It made the evil go away, too.
Where on this good earth did those foul creatures come from? The old fortress, show me.
Bunnies are pulling that? Oh gosh, we're going towards the spiders now. Is that what was causing the evil, or is the spiders just drawn to the evil? I hate that there's so many huge spiders in this one.
Lord Elrond could help us.
A dragon attacks Erebor. Orcs plunder Moria. The elves looked on and did nothing to seek out the very people who betrayed my grandfather.
You are neither of them. For you to hold on to the past.
I did not know that they were yours to keep.
Is it because they made the elves answer to that stone?
But who's that?
Myself, Mr. Beggars. Dwarves for one day.
Come on, Bomber, we're hungry.
Is he coming back?
He's like, I'm not sure.
It's been a long time.
He's a wizard. He does as he chooses. Take this to the lads. Stop it. You've had plenty.
I feel like it could be because they were feeling very powerful because of the stone and the Arkenstone and the gold, and the elves didn't feel like they need to bow down to them because of just a stone.
Slight problem. We had 16.
14.
Daisy and Bungo are missing. Well, that's not good. Shouldn't we tell Thorin?
No. Thought you might like to look into it.
That was our thinking. There's something very big.
There's a light.
Stay down.
Trolls.
The soup? Wait, are these the trolls that he turns to stone somehow?
I think they're gonna eat them. We have to do something. Yes, you should. Jupiter, you're so small, they'll never see you. If you run into trouble, hoot twice like a barn owl. Are you sure this is a good idea?
Mutton today. Mutton again tomorrow. These ain't sheep.
I don't like horse. Farmer, all skin and bone he was. I'm still picking bits of him out of my teeth.
Aw, the guy that probably lived in that place they're staying in.
Oh, there's more where that came from.
Oh, no, you...
Sit down.
I like how he's wearing an apron.
Well,
I don't like the stinky parts.
at your cake on. You'll eat what I'll give ya.
Everything tastes the same.
Everything.
Oh, he's gonna try to take the knife.
Very much, Bert. Lovely stew, Bert. Good, innit? Cook.
I can see why this wasn't met as well. Ew, he's scratching his butt. Because the CGI, you can just tell that they didn't put as much time into it as they did with the first three, for sure.
I need flesh.
Ew.
It's got arms and legs and everything. Don't like the way it wriggles around.
I'm a burglar. Hobbit.
Can we cook him?
How is he going to turn them to stone?
Gunbone! All of you little fellas hiding where you should.
Lying.
I'm not. Make him squeal!
Drop him!
He stayed true to his word. Oh, they went back to get everyone. Let's go. They stabbed his butt. Get the horses. That's why you're here. Stabbed him in the butt again.
Lay down your arms!
Don't bother cooking him. Squash him into jelly.
Oh my gosh.
Tay and grill.
They did this for Bilbo.
We ain't got all night. I don't fancy being turned to stone.
You are making a terrible mistake.
You can't reason with them, they're half-wits.
Half-wits?
Yeah,
What does that mean, us?
You can reason with half-wits.
About the seasoning.
You're going to need something stronger than sage.
What do you know about cooking dwarf? Flurgerberber Hobbit talk.
The secret to cooking dwarf is,
Tell us the secret.
yes, to skin them first.
Tom, get me filleting knife.
Oh my gosh. I won't forget that.
Not that one. He's infected. Yeah, he's got worms in his... In fact, they all have. Terrible business. I wouldn't risk it. I really wouldn't.
We don't have parasites!
He gets it. Oh my god.
It's like a huge parasite!
How did it take him that long to catch on?
You think I don't know what you're up to? He's taking us for food. Dawn will take you all.
Can we eat him too?
Oh my gosh. That's how they got turned to stone.
Get your foot out of my back.
Where did you go to, if I may ask? What brought you back?
Looking behind. Nasty business.
No thanks to your burglar.
Now it's to play for time. The rest of you thought of that.
Since when do mountain trolls venture this far south?
Not since a darker power ruled these lands. They could not have moved in daylight.
There must be a cave nearby.
It's a troll horde. Be careful what you touch.
Seems a shame just to... Anyone could take it.
Get a shovel.
They love their gold.
These swords were not made by any troll.
Made by any smith among men.
Is that the sword that Bilbo eventually gets?
In Gondolin. By the High Elf, you could not wish for a finer blade.
They're burying it?
We're making a long-term deposit.
Get out of this foul place. Come on, let's go.
Oh my gosh. I just couldn't help it. That's the blade. It looks like it. I was about to say the other one was like too skinny and it didn't have the writing on it.
This is about your size. It will glow blue when orcs or goblins are nearby. True courage is about knowing not when to take a life, but when to spare one.
Something's coming!
Stay together! Arm yourself! Radagast!
I was looking for you, Gandalf. Something's terribly wrong. Just give me a minute. Oh,
wait, really?
I had a thought, and now I've lost it. It was right there on the tip of my tongue. It's not a thought at all.
Ew! Ooh, I don't like that.
The greenwood is sick. A darkness has fallen over it. The air is foul with decay. Spiders, Gandalf, giant one, came from Dol Guldur.
But the old fortress is abandoned.
It is not.
Something evil's in there.
A dark power dwells in there. It is the shadow of an ancient horror. One that can summon the spirits. know him, Gandalf, a necromancer.
No, they left without him.
Try a little old Toby. It'll help settle your nerves.
A little old Toby.
No, a necromancer.
Is that the sword from the ghost?
That is not from the world of the living.
Was that a wolf? No, that is not a wolf.
Oh my gosh. Those are those, like, things the orcs were riding.
Which means an orc pack is not far behind. Who did you kill? No one, I swear.
You are being hunted.
We have to get out of here. We have no ponies. They bolted.
No.
These are Gundabad wargs. They will outrun you.
These are Roscabel rabbits. To see them try.
Okay. Okay. The rabbits. I feel like they have to be a pack for the pale one, right? And maybe they've just been hunting them for a while now. He's looking a little nervous.
Stay together.
Oh my goodness, they're like gaining on him.
Go back! Come on, quick!
Where are you leading us?
He doesn't look happy about where they're going. Oh no, one of them spotted him. Oh, dang. Oh, did they hear the scream? Jeez. It took them forever to take down that one.
There they are!
Is that the hidden door? No, they're not there yet, are they?
Abandon us!
Oh my gosh. His slingshot didn't do anything. Why isn't the blade blue?
This way, you fools!
This way, you fools!
Okay, all of you! Go, go, go!
He's counting the dwarfs. No, but there's still the guy out there.
Elves.
Yeah.
I cannot see where the pathway leads. Do we follow it or no? Follow it, of course.
I think that will be wise.
Did Durley, I think that was his name, come back? It's because they're close to Rivendell.
The Valley of Imladris. The common tongue, it's known by another name.
Rivendell.
Oh, goosebumps.
Most homely house east of the sea.
To seek refuge with our enemy.
The only ill will to be found in this valley is that which you'll bring yourself.
We'll give our quest their blessing.
But we have questions that need to be answered. If we are to be successful, this will need to be handled with tact, which is why you will leave the talking to me.
Heard that one before. How much you want to bet that he is not going to leave the talking to Gandalf?
Mithrandir.
Ah, Lindy. I must speak with Lord Elrond.
My Lord Elrond is not here.
Where is he?
Is that him?
Get back up!
What an aggressive entry. Are we ever going to be told why the elves didn't stick up for the hobbits? Or is that just in the book, maybe?
Faranem Lamos, Iudulo Harar, Daganem Rimna Yant Vedu. Strange for orcs to come so close to our borders has drawn them near.
Ah, that may have been us.
Yeah, where's the other, like, archer, Durlin, or Durin.
I do not believe we have met.
You have your grandfather's bearing. Knew Thorpe when he ruled under the mountain?
Made no mention of you.
Narthwinoer, Yanam van Nethailvi.
Tio for ascenso!
Oh, he's right there. Okay.
Offering you food.
In that case, lead on.
I don't like green food.
Where's the meat?
Got any chips?
Why is that my daughter?
The goblin cleaver.
It'd serve you well. The foe hammer. Sword of the King of Gondor.
I wouldn't bother, laddie.
What are you saying? My sword hasn't seen battle?
Not actually sure it is a sword. More of a letter opener, really.
We found them in a troll hoard.
But Bilbo gives it a name eventually.
What are you doing on the Great East Road? Our business is no concern of elves.
Solid, show him the map.
It is mine to protect.
Save me from the stubbornness of dwarves. In the presence of one of the few in Middle-earth who can read that map.
Sorry, no.
Erebor, interest in this map.
It's mainly academic. It sometimes contains hidden text.
Why aren't they being honest? For his pride?
Ancient Dwarvish, do you not?
Kirth Ithil. Moon runes can only be read by the light of a moon of the same shape and season
as the day on which they were written.
Can you read them?
These runes were written on a midsummer's eve. Fate is with you, Thorin Oakenshield. The same moon shines upon us tonight.
Wow, some fate.
Stand by the grey stone, the last light of Durin's day, Kehoe.
Durin's day, when the last moon of autumn and the first sun of winter.
Summer is passing. Durin's day will soon be upon us.
To be standing in exactly the right spot at exactly the right time.
So this is your purpose, to enter the mountain.
What of it?
Deem it wise.
What do you mean?
You are not the only guardian to stand watch over Middle-earth.
You are not the only guardian to stand watch over Middle-earth. So is he talking about the other 4 wizards?
It is not me you must answer to.
Galadriel's?
Lady Galadriel.
Gwen we ni nunutui.
Nine Inguistantifan. Maloecha e Kirilor. No idea Lord Elrond had sent for you.
I did. You've been busy of late. Tell me, Gandalf, and schemes of yours would go unnoticed?
No, I feel to be right.
The dragon has long been on your mind.
Smaug owes allegiance to no one. A dragon could be used to terrible effect.
Gandalf, the enemy is defeated. He can never regain his full strength.
Peace. Are we at peace? Trolls have come down from the mountains. Orcs have attacked us on the road.
Looking for trouble where none exists.
There is something at work. Something far more powerful. But it will not be ignoring us. A sickness lies over the green. They now call it Mirkwood.
Tell us what the woodsmen say.
They speak of a necromancer, a sorcerer who can summon the dead.
No such power exists in this world. He's nothing more than a mortal man.
And so I thought too. But
you carry something. It came to you from Radagast.
Yes.
Show me.
What is that?
The weapon.
Of Mordor.
Didn't even want to touch it.
A Morgul blade.
Witch King of Angmar. Buried with him.
Weapon came from Angmar's grave. Let us examine what we know. A dagger from a bygone age, who calls himself the Necro, has taken up residence. It's not so very much. The question of this dwarvish company deeply. I'm not convinced, Gandalf. Such a quest. Hopes.
They are leaving.
Yes.
You knew.
Oh, she seems to be for it.
My Lord Elrond, the dwarves. They've gone.
Yeah, she seems to be for it. She sees that something is definitely going on, and Saruman is just blind.
Balin, you know these paths lead on.
Doesn't want to believe it, doesn't fear it, doesn't put too much thought into it.
I suggest you keep up.
Interesting. So this is when the Witch King maybe starts to come about.
Saruman believes that it is only great power that can hold evil in check. I found it is everyday deeds of ordinary folk that keeps the darkness at bay. Simple acts of kindness and love. Why Bilbo Baggins? Perhaps it is because I'm afraid, and it gives me courage.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
You are not alone. My boy Ilialithan.
That was so beautiful. All of the themes from the original trilogy just summed up, sprinkled with hope that great things can come from small. That the more powerful you are, the more susceptible you are to evil. And I love the bit that Gandalf finds courage from the hobbits. And that's why he loves them so much. I definitely get it. It's a way different vibe than The Lord of the Rings, for sure. I do feel like I'm watching something that was kind of playing more into, okay, the Lord of the Rings did amazing. Let's try to recreate it. I can see that, especially with, what did Gandalf say? Something like, you fools. Instead of fly, you fools, he was like, get over here, you fools. And I was just like, all right, that was a very media thing to say. But I enjoy those little quiet moments, like with Galadriel right there. And explaining how a sword is given a name and all of those little things I have been enjoying. Oh.
You must find shelter!
This is no thunderstorm. It's a thunder battle!
Is that living?
The legends are true! Storm giants!
Oh, they're fighting with each other. Oh my gosh. Are they on one?
What's happening? Run my hand!
They're on its legs. Oh my gosh, they're over there. Ooh, his head. Oh my gosh.
Where's Bilbo?
Why? Why did you slide into him like that? Gosh, they are always risking their lives for Bilbo. They don't even know him like that.
I thought we lost our burglar. He's been lost ever since he left home. He should never have come. He has no place amongst us.
He's always so angry. Makes sense.
Caves in the mountain are seldom unoccupied.
What did he say? Caves in mountains are seldom unoccupied?
Fire started. No fires. Not in this place. We start at first light.
In the mountains until Gandalf joined us.
Take the first watch.
What woke him up? The snoring? Where's he going? Oh, is he leaving because of what Thorin said to him?
Where do you think you're going?
Back to Rivendell.
You can't turn back now. You're one of us.
Thorin said I should never have come, and he was right. The Baggins. I don't know what I was thinking. Never have run out my door.
You're homesick. You don't understand. None of you used to this life, to living on the road, never settling in one place, not belonging anywhere.
That's not true.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't...
They're trying to get their home back.
No, you're right. We don't belong anywhere. I wish you all the luck in the world. I really do.
What's that?
It's blue. Oh, man.
Wake up!
That looks bad. Is that a trap?
Look out! Look out!
Jeez. happened so fast? What? Okay. He's like, I'm just gonna turn into a ball and they won't see me. Get him, Bilbo. Oh, his ear. Oh, the sword. Oh, him. This escalated so quickly. They were just chilling, sleeping in the cave, and now this was underneath all of them. Jeez. Looks like Pride Rock.
Bring up the bone breaker! Well, well, well! Thorin, son of Thrain, king under the mountain.
He knows who he is.
But I'm forgetting you don't have a mountain, which makes you nobody, really. Who would pay a pretty price for your head? Nothing attached. You know of whom I speak. A pale orc.
Azog the Defiler. He was slain in battle long ago.
Send word to the pale orc.
Is that helmet underneath of him for like catching stuff? Breathing. Oh my god, that looks too real. Oh, I hate that. Smeagol Gollum? He's not gonna eat him, is he? The ring.
Better than old bones, precious.
Wait, but I thought that Bilbo first found it underwater. This is when he finds it?
Any bones is precious. Shut up. But stop the nose off feet. Bear of meat. It's good to eat.
He's like eating orcs down here? Gross. Oh, the orc's dead. Where'd he go? Oh my god, that's so creepy. He's coming. That's so creepy.
That's a meaty mouthful.
Back. Stay. Warning you.
But it's not an elf's. Not an elf's, no. What is it, precious?
My name is Bilbo Baggins.
What is
Hobbit from the Shire.
But we hasn't tried hobbits before. It's soft.
Keep your distance. I don't want any trouble. Just show me the way to get out of here.
Is it lost?
Yes.
We know safe paths for in the dark. Shut up. We wasn't talking to you. We was, precious. We was.
I don't know what your game is.
Games? Games doesn't mean precious. Does it like games? To play. Has roots as nobody sees. Is taller than trees. Up it goes. And yet never grows.
The mountain.
Yes. Oh, let's have a nut. Do it again, ask us. No more riddles. Now,
It's kind of crazy that Bilbo actually met Smeagol Gollum.
I want to play. I can see. Very good at this. Why don't we have a game of riddles? Just you and me.
Just us.
And if I win, show me the way out.
Loses, we eat it whole.
Fair enough.
But Baggins first.
30 white horses on a red hill. First they champ, then they stand still.
Teeth? Yes,
Oh wow, you got it.
our turn. Faceless. It cries. Toothless. Bites. Mutters.
Just a minute.
We knows. Shut up.
Smeagol answering.
It's wind. Of course it is.
Very clever. Last question. Ask us. Ask us!
Yes, all right. What have I got in my pocket?
That's not fair. Who's against the rules? Ask us another one.
You said ask me a question. My question. What have I got in my pocket?
You must give us 3.
He held up 2 fingers.
Wrong. Guess again.
Knife!
Wrong again.
String or nothing.
Wrong both times.
He's gonna have to show him now, though.
I won the game. You promised to show me the way out.
So, it got in its pockets.
That's no concern of yours.
Yeah, but it could be.
Lost.
Lost.
It could be nothing.
Lost. Where is it?
What have you lost?
Mustn't ask us. Call it. Call it.
Oh my gosh.
Has it got nasty
little
pockets?
Oh my gosh.
Stow it.
Oh my gosh. That entire scene.
Die down here! Down in the deep of... It is the Goblin Cleave! The blade that sliced us down!
Oh jeez.
Cut off his head!
Is it Gandalf? It is. Yeah, we got there just in time.
Take up arms.
Bright as daylight!
The faux hammer. Ew. I hate that his eyes were still moving. How did Gollum Smeagol let him get away? Oh my god, that's so creepy. Oh jeez. Is he stuck? So in the Fellowship, I feel like they kind of made it seem, and I'll know after I read these books, but they kind of made it seem like Bilbo just happened upon it on an adventure, which, I mean, yes, that's happening. But the scene that they show, he's like humming and Smeagol's off doing his thing, smacking fish around. And I'm not sure which one's accurate. And I know that I'll figure that out after I read them, but my mind is just a little boggly thinking about that. The origin of when Bilbo actually gets the ring. Oh my gosh, that's very effective. Oh my gosh. I feel like they're going to go to leave and that little messenger guy is going to have notified the pale one. They're gonna have to kill him eventually. Let's go, Gandalf. The squishing sound.
You thought you could escape me. What are you going to do now, wizard?
Ew, that was so gross. I hated that.
That'll do it.
What? I hate that so much. Like the deep slash. Oh, that was really gross. They are so lucky. That was insane.
Well, that could have been worse.
Ew.
You got to be joking.
Reminds me of when Gimli was trapped under the... What are they called again? Rogs, Rags, Wargs, Warg. Warg is the one.
Too many! We can't fight them! Only one thing will save us! Daylight!
Daylight? Yeah, get outside. The Orc King's line was so cheesy. That'll do it. Like, okay. So he's realizing that he's... No! He can't see you. No! Why didn't he go? Can't do it. He heard his footsteps.
We ace it forever!
7,
So,
8.
Bilbo had the ring on him for a long time. 60 years. That's a long time.
Where is our Hobbit? Where is our Hobbit?
Curse that halfling!
I thought he was with Dorry.
I think I saw him slip away when they first collared.
Master Baggins saw his chance and he took it. We will not be seeing our Hobbit again.
No, he isn't.
I've never been so glad to see anyone in my life.
How on earth did you get past the goblins?
Oh, what does it matter?
It matters. I want to know. Why did you come back?
Look, I know you doubt me. I know you always have. And you're right, I often think of Bag End. I miss my books, and my armchair, and my garden. See, that's where I belong. That's home. You don't have one. A home. It was taken from you, but I will help you take it back if I can.
That was beautiful. Gandalf, you can just see him saying, like, internally, hobbits, they're remarkable creatures. Oh, this guy. So what, they're not affected by the sunlight? Or I guess they're staying in the shadows?
Out of the frying pan.
And into the fire.
Yeah, run to the light. Oh, the sun's setting. Oh no, I thought it was rising. Ooh. He killed something. Pull it out. Isn't his sword's name Sting? I thought for sure he was going to try to like stab Gollum with it, and Gollum hates elvish things. He always says that they burn. So I thought maybe like he would stab him a little and it would sting, and that's how I got the name, but we didn't get that moment in the cave. So it makes me wonder now how he named it that, if I'm remembering correctly. He's gonna call the eagle summoning song.
Ganzilisi Unaru, Thorin Undab. It cannot be. Thora Gibberis.
The last tree. Lighting the pine cones on fire. Oh, the tree. Come Come on, eagles. Gosh, I don't see them anywhere yet.
Mr. Gandalf!
Wow, the death stare between them. No. No. Why? Are you crazy? There's so many of them over there. And he picked up a piece of the oak. Is he gonna die? He has the key. Is he like sacrificing himself? No. Why? They were safe on the tree. Did he just die? Oh, they're there. They're there. I love the eagle song. Gandalf. Flaming the fire, literally. Or fanning the fire, is that what I meant to say? Wait, his eyes. He's alive. Oh, he's alive. Why didn't they grab the pale guy and throw him off? Great. They left him alive. They left him alive. He needs to die.
Sorry.
Oh, he's okay.
It's all right. Bilbo's here. You! What were you doing? You nearly got yourself killed.
Did I not say that you would be a burden? That you would not survive in the wild? That you had no place amongst us? I have never been so wrong in all my life.
My gosh.
No, I would have doubted me too. I'm not a hero, or a warrior, not even a burglar.
I don't know. I think he's a pretty good burglar. How he handled the trolls and the slipping away from the orcs and from Gollum.
Is that what I think it is?
Is it the door?
Erebor, the Lonely Mountain, dwarf kingdoms of Middle-earth.
It's so far away.
The birds are returning to the mountain.
That, my dear Owen.
Well, we'll take it as a sign.
I do believe the worst is behind us.
Not the big old dragon that awaits for you at the Lonely Mountain. Or the fact that the pale orc is still alive. Or the necromancer. But yeah, the worst is surely behind us. Look at all that treasure. Is that the dragon? Just sleeping in the treasure? Small grumbles. So I will say overall, I enjoyed this one a lot. And I tried not to compare it too much to the epic trilogy that is The Lord of the Rings, because you guys warned me about it and you were not wrong that it doesn't really hold a flame to The Lord of the Rings at all. But I really felt like I was kind of stepping back and going back in time to before the Lord of the Rings in a very whimsical and silly and adventurous way. And I think that's what I appreciated about this the most. That it wasn't trying to be too serious, or at least that's what I was taking out of it. And they could have created this to become, you know, the next serious Lord of the Rings trilogy that is The Hobbit. But I'm kind of liking to look at it as a more whimsical, playful tone to that, because that's very much what it was. It's much lighter. The conversations within it, while some of them, I mean, mostly Gandalf talking, had some really deep and meaningful tones behind them, I didn't feel like I did when I was watching The Lord of the Rings, where literally every moment in every scene, I was swept off of my feet and put into this different mindset on how much weight was in those words. The Hobbit was more of just a very silly, I can't stop saying whimsical enough, because that is what I think The Hobbit chalks up to. A lighter, more playful tone that has those qualities in them sometimes that you can pick up on and really start to feel it in your soul. I mean, I almost got teary-eyed just seeing Gandalf a few times and some of his facial expressions, and I definitely almost cried seeing Frodo again, remembering that he was just this hobbit from the Shire before we met him in the Fellowship. Everything that we had been through with him really started to hit me because I'm remembering it so freshly. I mean, I'm just coming out of the trilogy. So I definitely feel like that was the most rewarding part of this movie, was just seeing those familiar threads and the lore of a younger Bilbo Baggins and a younger Frodo and Gandalf and the dwarves. And actually getting to really dive deep in the lives of the dwarves was really enjoyable to me too. And I really feel like this quest that the dwarves are on, and the quest to get back Erebor for the dwarves, it very closely parallels to what we see in the Lord of the Rings trilogy with Aragorn. They both revolve so heavily along that lost heritage and losing yourself and not really knowing who you are anymore, not having a home and searching for it and finding it, or in this case, fighting for it, because we haven't gotten there yet. I also really enjoyed the elves and that meeting that we got at the table with Gandalf, Saruman, Elrond, and Galadriel, and seeing how much, I don't know if it was really fear for Saruman or just plain ignorance. Then looking over at Galadriel and seeing in her heart that, yes, she does think that something is starting to fester. And we really get to see the awareness for Sauron's return start to grow. And as we definitely know later in The Lord of the Rings, that bond between Galadriel and Gandalf is super important. And this is obviously where it started to grow. And I won't actually know until, like I said, when we were watching it, but I won't actually know what happened with the ring and how Bilbo happened upon it. But I think it's really interesting how the Fellowship of the Ring shows us something kind of different, or I guess maybe it just doesn't dive as deeply into how the ring was acquired. But in this film, we actually got to hear Smeagol, Gollum, and Bilbo have a discussion, and Gollum wants to eat him, and that is how he gets away and slips into the ring. And I also didn't realize that Bilbo has had the ring for a very long time. By the time that we go into the Fellowship of the Ring, we're looking at 60 years that he has had it in his possession, which it's honestly really remarkable that Bilbo hasn't ended up as much like Smeagol, or at least not as fast as Smeagol turned away from society. And I guess that could be because Smeagol was much more black at the heart than Bilbo, who we see here is very loving and he's a pure hobbit. But I think at its core, this movie's themes were definitely about stepping out of your comfort zone and finding courage in those unlikely places. And it was really interesting to see Bilbo begin this adventure by being very standoffish toward it. He didn't really want to go. He was perfectly fine, not missing dinners and being on time to everything. And it wasn't until Gandalf came knocking at his door and etching markings in there that he actually did find that adventurous side of him that Gandalf has always known was there. I really did love seeing Bilbo grow as the adventure went on. Seeing him go from being so timid about everything to running out the door holding the contract saying, "I'm going on an adventure," and then to where he was standing in front of Thorin with his sword out, protecting him. It's just amazing how much bravery and courage actually was hiding inside of Bilbo that Gandalf knew about the entire time. But like I said, I feel like every time, even we as people, when we go on adventures or we go on vacation or whatever you want to call it, you come back as a different person every time. And I think that's one of the things that I love the most about exploring and seeing new places and getting to know new people. Because sometimes in life, we're stuck at our desk job, or we're stuck at work, wherever you work, or you're hanging out with family. And sometimes I feel like we do it to ourselves, but we put ourselves into a box where our personality and the many facets of who we are can't really come out because we're that person to our family or we're that person to a coworker. And I could be very wrong in this, and maybe it's just a me thing, but when I go out and I go on vacation or I meet new people and I get to talking, I feel like I'm learning things about myself that I didn't really know were there. And when I'm out there on vacation, talking, meeting, I can start to be that person a little bit more. Someone that I haven't met a part of myself yet. And it's really neat how when you do come back from vacation and you talk to an old friend again, it's like you have this new view on the world and a new view on yourself. And I feel like that's when adventuring and vacationing can become addicting. Like Bilbo, he loves to go on his adventures and he loves to write the stories about them because he found out inside of himself in this story how courageous he can be and how much he actually does love adventuring and seeing new rocks and seeing new mountains and meeting new people. Overall, I feel like that was also my favorite part of this, seeing Bilbo's growth and just that theme of finding things in unexpected places or going on unexpected journeys and adventures and learning new things about yourself and definitely stepping outside of your comfort zone. Plus, I've heard a lot of people say that the Hobbit book is more for children versus the trilogy that comes later, or it was actually one whole book, but it got turned into a trilogy because it hit the market better that way. Coming from The Hobbit and then going into Lord of the Rings, I honestly feel like this movie did a really good job at portraying the more childish side of Tolkien's writing, a book that was meant for children. And then you go into the Lord of the Rings and it's so much more. You can feel its weight hit so much heavier. I feel like they really honored that in this movie. I think they definitely nailed it for sure. That The Hobbit was more of a children's book in Tolkien's writing, and then The Lord of the Rings was meant for more of that rich and lore-filled exploration. So overall, really enjoyed it. I am looking forward to getting into the next one because now I kind of know the tones to expect, and I really do want to know the next part of this adventure. But thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one.